Lactic acid and its importances by Sugan from H6P3. Now let's move to the points of discussion. First of all, we'll be discussing about lactic acid, general usage, names and chemical formula, functional group, chiral carbon, and classes of carbon. What is lactic acid? Lactic acid is an organic acid. It is also known as milk acid. It is a very complex molecular formula. It is found in cottage cheese, Lebanon, sour milk, yogurt, and kumis. In other words, it is a byproduct formed when anaerobic respiration is carried out in humans and other organisms, in which glucose is partially broken down due to the shortage of oxygen in the surroundings. Production of lactic acid includes both artificial synthesis as well as natural sources. Lactic acid is produced industrially by bacterial fermentation of carbohydrates or by chemical synthesis from acetaldehyde. But now, the question is, does lactic acid have any use in the world today? Definitely it does. One of its well-known uses is as a food preservative. Lactic acid is a natural preservative often found in foods like yogurt, baked goods, and pickled vegetables. Lactic acid is an organic acid that forms when certain foods go through the process of fermentation. Lactobacillus and Streptococcus cultures produce lactic acid through fermentation. The bacteria break down sugar to extract energy and produce lactic acid as a byproduct. Food manufacturers add lactic acid to packaged food products such as bread, desserts, olives, and jams to give them longer shelf lives. This is because it can kill and suppress bacteria in food. Besides, it's also used in skincare products. Lactic acid belongs to the alpha hydroxy acid family. AHAs are water-soluble organic compounds that, in cosmetic formulations, offer unparalleled benefits for the skin. It increases cell turnover and helps eliminate accumulated dead skin cells on the epidermis, the top layer of the skin. Some research suggests that lactic acid and probiotic supplements can help with sensitive skin. While probiotics promote more in-depth regulation by balancing the gut, lactic acid works alongside them as a treatment for moderate skin conditions like psoriasis, eczema, and acne. Some foods that are rich in lactic acid are bread and beer, soy products such as tofu and soy milk, cheese, pickled vegetables such as kimchi and sauerkraut, pickled meats such as salami, legumes such as beans and peas. To get the most out of these foods, avoid cooking them over high heat. This may kill the beneficial bacteria. Moving on, its IUPAC name is 2-hydroxypropanoic acid and its common name is lactic acid. As you can see, here's the skeletal structural formula of the acid. Here's the expanded structural formula. Now, lactic acid has two functional groups, a carboxyl group and a hydroxyl group, as you can see here. The structure of lactic acid has only one chiral carbon atom. It contains a chiral center without plane of symmetry. Now, to make things simple, chiral carbon is a carbon atom which has 4 different atoms or groups of atoms bonded to it. Moreover, carbon atoms in organic molecules can be classified based on number of alkyl groups attached to the carbon atom. Looking at lactic acid, it only has 2 classes of carbon atom, has 1 primary carbon and 1 secondary carbon, just as stated in the picture. That is all. Thanks for watching.